in 경기장 도시형.
Welcome to ESV San Jordan Mist, ladies and gentlemen. Over here on the left-hand side of the map, we have our orange Protoss player, Complexity MVP TAiLS. And his opponent at the right-hand side of the map is Empire.Kas, our red Terran player. Now, if you guys don't remember, actually, TAiLS ended up finishing second place in the Multiplay UK tournament that was held last November, as a matter of fact. And that was actually an IPL 4 qualifier. And we've already announced we were going to have Stefano back as an invite. He was the one who won anyway. So that invite spot was actually given to TAiLS. So you guys will see TAiLS in at IPL 4. So
it's exciting. He's a great player to watch. Sometimes he's been a little bit inconsistent in the GSL here and there, but one thing that he always is calm under pressure. This guy, the reason they send him in as the ace quite a bit is because he doesn't fold. I mean, you see players like MC and Marine King losing constantly in team leagues, and for some reason, some of those big-name players, even though they're so good in the individual league when they can prepare and things like that, when you put them on the spot like this, they get nervous. So TAiLS, that doesn't happen to him.
All right, well, I'm really looking forward to what he brings out here, as certainly has his work cut out for him, as Kas is absolutely one of the best Terran players out there, and he has already won one game here in style. That game on Daybreak was very, very fun, entertaining bio play against good mech competition, and but now he's going up against a Protoss player, and we'll see how he fares here.
Yeah, so TVP on this map, it's kind of interesting because you see similar builds on this one that you see on maps like Daybreak. For instance, we've seen Protoss players go for the really fast third Nexus on this map that's been getting a little bit popular. We've seen Terran players go for really fast third command centers. So even though the map seems like it's smaller, for some reason, just the layout of it or whatever, a lot of players have been playing really, really greedy on this map. So I'm like super curious to see, especially what TAiLS decides to do on this.
Well, we'll find out here in a bit. It's pretty predictable so far. Actually going very quickly into that second gas. We'll be able to start sentry production or some attack here in a bit. And Kas, on the other hand, just going with a 1-Rax gasless FE. This is a map that's not too difficult to throw down a bunker or two up at the front, and you remain pretty secure.
Yep, absolutely. And SCV, you know, SCVs, man. They've got a jetpack.
What about them, man?
They've got a jetpack, but it doesn't really take them any higher than like 2 feet off the ground. That's a lame jetpack.
No, not at all.
I'd feel like
disgruntled about it.
I'd feel ripped off if I was an SCV. I'm like, you know, give me like cool like robot walking legs or something if I'm not going to get to fly. I mean, don't tempt me with a jetpack. Don't tease me with a jetpack and then not let me actually like fly with it.
I counter inadequate jetpack though with
it's like,
walks.
That SCV is like base. I just had the craziest experience.
I counter bad jetpack though with awesome drill hand. So that is a really great benefit to being.
And apparently invisibility as well.
Yeah, I guess so. Cloaking research there for those SCVs. What can we do to make Zerg and Protoss players more mad? That's what I want to know.
Cloaked SCVs. It's like this base isn't mining yet, but it is.
I think
it is
so.
mining.
This is mildly inconvenient.
Yeah, well, I guess the Zealot is just going to walk right in there. All right. Nope. He's going to see the Marines. He's going to turn around. No bunker for Kas. That's kind of interesting. What the?
And the Zealot actually walks on
with 2
by.
hit points. Well, that's not going to help. He's like, well, I guess I'll just die, apparently. All right, never mind.
Yeah. This is...
Well,
getting slap happy at the moment, but
a little
those
bit.
are entertaining.
So TAiLS obviously trying to get in there, do a little bit of scouting, didn't quite work out.
Nope.
He didn't get in to see the gas. It's really what he wanted to get in and see. So at this point, he knows his opponent has expanded. From the amount of Marines that are out right now, he could discern that his opponent isn't going for anything too gas heavy, because sometimes when you do that, a Marine gets skipped here and there. But you know, he really just doesn't have a lot of information right now. I think we're probably going to see him go up to 3 gates and then make a robo right away.
Sure.
Get in there and see what his opponent is up to. Yep, there's a robo right now. You just cannot play risky in this situation. You can't risk not getting that robo.
Yeah, very standard stuff, but it's going to be nice, safe, proven as well. So TAiLS has a few sentries out, but that's all he's got sitting on the field. Kas moving up with quite a few Marines at the moment as he continues to wall this in with supply depots up at the front of his natural.
Yep. Now, how many barracks does he have? He has
just 3.
3 right now. Okay, so that'll give him room to either go into that Ghost play or Metavax. factory going up, so it looks like it will be medevacs for Kas this time around.
Yeah, so quick medevacs coming out. TAiLS, on the other hand, he's on 3-gate robo, and his warp gate research just finished up. And we'll see what sort of unit composition he moves into in a bit. He's going to favor that lower gateway, heavier forge style, or if he's just going to start spamming out a lot of units here.
Yeah, and this is kind of the situation where if TAiLS decides to go for like quick Colossi, he can. Oh, what? All right, so he's moving. All right, so he is going to do some sort of 3-gate pressure, I guess. Moving a lot of sentries out. This is very sentry heavy, and he's not. This isn't anything like a 6-gate. You know, this isn't any sort of like. This isn't normally what you would call like a big wall busting sort of maneuver. This is so risky from TAiLS. I'm actually like amazed that he's doing this. I don't know, man. I mean, because the thing is if he doesn't do any damage and he loses those zealots, suddenly he's going to have just a bunch of sentries that are going to be chased down by units with stim.
Kas is usually pretty good at holding stuff
He's
like
going
this,
for
too.
it.
All right, Guardian Shield is down. He's going to try and go right through the front wall. He actually is taking out that bunker, and it looks like it's going to go down. Most of the zealots have fallen, though, and he just doesn't have a lot of DPS behind this to continue pushing those bio units. All he did was successfully took down the bunker and lost a couple of zealots in return.
And Kas deciding not to pursue. He does still just have 3 gateways. I mean, this is the type of build you would normally go double forge, but he's being aggressive with it.
Yeah, and Kas just going to walk to the front, picks off a couple of units. The bunker does go down. It's not canceled, but still not a lot of damage suffered.
All right, and here come the Stalkers. All right, now things are starting to get a little bit serious for Kas here.
Yeah.
TAiLS hasn't lost any units. He is going for the double forge in the back of all this, but he's moving up the ramp again.
Yeah, another Guardian Shield, but Stim just finished up, as a matter of fact. So the Zealots just all went down almost immediately, and now the Sentries just have to force field the units out because Kas held that in style.
Yep, some defensive force fields, and Kas can't really pursue yet. Would kind of prefer to have those medevacs out to heal up those units.
Yeah.
So TAiLS just trying to get in there and do a little bit of damage. I feel like that was really risky to do, but it ended up working out okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Kas did force a stim out of him, but now he's got medevacs on the field, so he's going to be able to heal up those units pretty quickly. And yeah, I've got to say, Kas is in a pretty good spot now. He's he did go into double forge, TAiLS did, along with Twilight Council behind this, so he's going to sit on just 3 gateways for a long period of time. He's not going to have a ton of units out there, but he'll have all the upgrades in place that when he decides to start increasing the count of his... Ooh, look at that. Actually, Pylon sees the double medevac drop coming, but once he starts moving into more medevacs, he'll have a great basis for those units. They'll be well upgraded when the time comes.
Yeah, Kas won't really be behind too much on the upgrades to TAiLS. You know, he's going to be putting that engineering bay down and the armory for 2-2 after he gets the +1 armor. So there'll be a point in time where TAiLS is ahead. He'll have Zealot charge. Looks like he is going for Colossus tech as well. So there'll be a point in time. There'll be a couple timings. TAiLS can try to hit to take out Kas.
This is actually a huge investment in infrastructure and upgrades, though, for TAiLS. I mean, he's going after Robo Bay, 1-1, charge, more observers, and he just hasn't made units. Kas making his way in right now. TAiLS not reacting to this quite yet. What is he doing?
Oh, man.
So many probes are going down.
I'm actually really surprised that this is happening right now. TAiLS just really not playing this game all that great.
No.
And he's going to lose this Nexus. I don't think he can save it.
No, another stim comes out. The Nexus goes down, and Kas picks right
he
up.
He saves every unit.
Oh, my God.
Did that just happen?
Yeah, he has not lost a single unit. Kas, you are a god amongst men.
TAiLS, you are not paying attention as well as you should be, apparently.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, yes, there could be cross-server lag depending on when they're playing. I'm not sure what server this is being played on, so don't hold me to any one or the other. But
even if there is, I mean, he's had a chance to see the medevacs coming over the pylon.
Yeah.
He, you know, he had a chance to pull the SCVs away. I mean,
that's exactly my point. Was that you know, I mean, the lag won't account for a 5-second delay in trying to get those probes away.
Right, exactly. So TAiLS has a big deficit to overcome in this matchup. Now, his upgrades are going to be good. You know, remember I said he still has that timing where he'll have, you know, significantly better upgrades. But, you know, that time is rapidly dwindling. And he's not even going to be able to hit that window now because he has to rebuild his Nexus and just kind of sit at home. So, yeah, TAiLS is just going to have to wait it out and maybe try to do something after he's able to safely take a 3rd base.
And TAiLS had to split off a bunch of Stalkers to prepare for any sort of eventual drops, which means he's sacrificing some of the army up in front. So Kas is going to be able to pick up and lift units on top of this if he wants to, because there's not much anti-air.
Kas has got to be clapping with glee. He's using his feet to clap, of course, because he needs his hands to play StarCraft 2, but he's coming up the ramp right now.
Oh my god, and Kas is just going to crash through the front line of these Zealots here. Nothing
That is
remaining
it,
for
guys.
TAiLS. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Complexity MVP is going to be eliminated, and Empire is going to move on to losers round 2.
Yep, there's no way that TAiLS is holding this. Made some early mistakes. Kas just playing standard and capitalizing
Wow.
it. Empire knocking Complexity MVP out of the IPL Team Arena Challenge number 2.